Hey, what's up, guys? Back here in the deed part 2. Where we left off, I searched around the entire house. I searched around the entire house to... Oh, God damn it. Yeah, there. Okay. No? What am I doing? Oh, yeah. I searched around the entire house to find all the weapons, whatever works. And I'm thinking that, like, the biggest thing would be to, like, I'm thinking here, alright? I'm thinking, I know, I'm actually thinking, using my brain. What I'm thinking is that I'm gonna see if I can get the maid to attack, or to, I'm gonna frame the maid. Because, I want to help. What's the guy's name? The dude, the other groundskeeper. Fucking groundskeeper Willie or whatever his name is. Take one of the poems. Take the poem. Wait, what? Oh. Person, if you plant it in the right location, this could raise suspicions of your sister. Oh, okay. Oh god. So, I have it right now. Poem. A bad poem written by your sister for the maid. Come hither, thou sweet flame-hearted maid. Let us play the games which have been forbade in dusty old rooms of this home in which I live in. Come hither to me and do my sweet bidding. We're pretty sure that forbade isn't a word. Forbidden isn't a word, and that the rest doesn't really rhyme. That's funny. I'm gonna see if, because the maid seems like the obvious one to do, and it seems like it's a perfect one. Like, oh god, don't want him seeing that I have stuff. I'm thinking that there is a way to frame almost everybody, because this is a multiple choice or multiple ending kind of game, and I'm thinking that you could most likely frame each one of your family members. I'm thinking, like, is there a way to actually make your sister commit suicide? But I have a feeling that's, like, the most difficult one of all. But also your father one might be the most difficult because of the fact that, he hates you and wants your sister to, like, he finds his sister better. No, don't take the broken glass. Nah! Oh. What am I supposed to do? How am I? Item? No? Okay. Where do I plant this? God damn it. I don't know where to plant this. Maybe... Whoa. Oh. The bell invites me to dinner. To dinner. Oh, to dinner. Le dinner is le serve. Sophia, could you come here for a moment? Alright. Yes, ma'am. Pour me some more wine. Yes, ma'am. But, ma'am. Oh, what is it, George? God, I must protest. It has always been my duty to pour wine at dinner. Oh, well, I don't want to cause any trouble. Nonsense. What does it matter? George, stop being over pandemic. But I don't think... Don't you think you've had enough? Come on, let George pour the wine. Just wants to look down your chest. God. Do you let the staff speak to you like that? Come on. It seems that George has been here a while, and he seems nice, so I'm gonna be like, let him have the wine, buddy. Come on. Let him pour the wine. Come on. Just let him pour the wine. Would you? It's his job. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. You stay out of it, boy. If your mother wants the girl to pour the damn wine, then the girl will pour the damn wine. But she's a Oh, wait, no. That's my sister. Fuck. Damn it. I'm terrible. I'm a terrible person. Of course, sir. My apologies. An interfering little rat, isn't he, Dad? Yes, he is. Why can't you ever keep your mouth shut, boy? Perhaps I did speak out of term. I apologize. Yeah, I apologize. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I must have had too much wine myself. You better not let it happen again. Sophia, could you come here, please? Yes, Miss Jennifer? I wanted to say that oh fuck, I'm sorry. I just wanted to say that was the loveliest meal I've ever tasted. I don't know how you do it. You cunning pixie. You're too kind, miss. Of course I will have tea and cake for you in the drawing room as usual after dinner. Oh, you're so good to me, you sweet thing. So very, very good to me. Would you two stop flirting with each other? You don't need to broadcast your affections so obviously in public. I'm sorry, Miss Aaron. I never... Hush, Red. Go crawl in a hole somewhere. That's quite enough of your silly jokes, Aaron. Anyway, let's not forget why we are here today. To celebrate your father's birthday, such a very important occasion for all of us. Yeah, and so terrible that my sister's gonna die today. You are so dear to us, Malcolm. Okay? Happy birthday, Daddy. Indeed, happy birthday, Faja. My Faja. Oh, yeah. That's not a Scottish accent. Okay. Let's hope it will be one to remember. Sorry, I'm blacking out every once in a while. Oh, I'm not literally, but you know. Doing the deed. The deed. Yes, now it is time to quickly plant any items of evidence you have to do so. Simply either the desired room and select the item in your inventory. When you are ready, enter the drawing room to do the deed. Okay. Where am I? Dum, 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 dum. Alright. I want to plant the home. Excuse me, George. Excuse me, Georgie. George. Mr. George. Oh, thank God. Alright, I'll just plant the love letter right here. God damn it! Oh, yeah, do you want... Yeah, in this room, yes. Yes. You decide to conceal this item underneath the maid's pillow. That ought to be quite incriminating. No, I would think the desk would be more incriminating than under the pillow. Anyway. Like, okay, one thing I want to point out is the inventory system. I love how it says, oh, you can only have 2 items. An item of evidence and an item of a weapon. But they have this, like, giant inventory space, like, right here. Like, really? Really? You need all this? Seems ridiculous. Alright, anyway. Whew, let's do this. Yeah. Ooh. What if I talk to him? George seems to be busy sorting through the items in the household cupboard. Yeah, sure, there's... Oh. Oh, is this the drawing room? Are you sure you want to enter the drawing room? Once inside, there is no turning back. Yes! It is time to do... the deed. The deed. Dun, dun, dun. You see Jennifer staring out the window, ahead of you, lost in her strange moods. She hasn't noticed you entering the drawing room. Now is the time! Dun! 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 Wait, is this Western music? Broken glass. piece of broken glass from one of your sister's mirrors. This is a weapon, not a piece of evidence. You may need it. Yeah, mate, I know. I was gonna kill her with it. Kill her. Bare hands, or... What? Bare hand. No, I'm just keeping the broken glass because I fucking feel like it. Yeah, of course I'm broken glass. Your sister cries out in a surprise as you grab her from behind and quickly muffle her cries with one hand before pressing the shard of glass against her throat. Oh, and I got an achievement. Amazing. What's it called? Shit, I didn't have enough time to see it. Hang on. It is called Shattered. Oh, the achievement Shattered. Oh, how mature for the fact that I just used a kitchen, or not a kitchen knife, what's it called? A broken glass piece against her throat. Okay. Yeah, come on. She struggles valiantly as you cut her throat open, but you manage to hold her in place until she finally goes limp. So, who's older? Is it the brother or the sister? Because I think it's the brother that's older. Drop her lifeless body to the ground along with the broken glass. It's time to leave this room before your deed is discovered. One thing is, you have your fingerprints like all over this. Literally, like, you know, on the woman, on the glass. That's a bit obvious, don't you think? Like, come on. Come on. Oh, 10 seconds. Wait, what? Oh my god, is that her lifeless body over there? What the fuck? Oh, okay. Oh. 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 That was really loud. I'm sorry if anybody heard that. Oh. Ooga booga. Oh. It's Detective Man. Look at that fedora he's wearing. Good evening, everyone. I am Chief Inspector Winston Lewis. I am Chief Inspector Lewis. Winston Lewis. No sunglasses, just a fedora. I understand that this is a difficult time for your family. You're damn right it is. I want to know what you're doing wasting time in here when my daughter's killer is still out there. Well, Mr. Bruce, we have found no evidence of forced entry, and nobody was seen entering or leaving the house. It would seem entirely possible that the killer is in this room. Dun dun dun! It's like, it was the dog all along! Oh no. It'd be hilarious if it was the dog, though. Can I make it the dog? That'd be funny. What? No! That seems highly unlikely, Inspector. Perhaps it is. However, in order to follow protocol, I will have to interview each and one of you in turn. Miss Bruce, would you like to meet me in the library first? I suppose so. The interview. Thank you for joining me in here, Mr. Bruce. I'm sure this won't take long. Before we begin, I need to search your person, best to get these formalities out of the way. Oh, sorry. Nose stuffed up. Is this really necessary? I'm afraid so. Turn around, please. Now that that's out of the way, let's move on to the interview. As you know, I've already spoken to everyone else who was present in your house at the time. We have also completed our initial search of the house. Oh god. We have also completed our initial search of the house, but we'll get to that later. Okay. Okay. Let's start from the beginning, shall we? First of all, we will run through all of your activities since your arrival. The maid says that you and the butler arrived shortly after 7 o'clock. She greeted you at the door. Yes, she did. She absolutely greeted me, and I slightly flirted with her. Oh, yeah. Okay. She told me that you refused to give her your coat, and she found it quite peculiar. I prefer to keep my possessions with me. I wasn't sure how long I would be staying. I failed to... I didn't want to get cold. Because if I say... yeah, that sounds suspicious. I didn't want to get cold. It's very draughty out, old household. Last time I visited here, I caught a severe cold. I don't want it to happen again. Coming in from the rain, your coat must have been soaked through. If anything, you would have more likely caught a cold. The maid says that you rather inappropriate remarked of a sexual nature towards her. This leads me to question her character, I'm afraid. Complete rubbish, this never... It was only intended as a harmless joke. It was intended purely out of light-hearted joke. In retrospect, it may have been inappropriate. Yes, it is entirely possible. It is entirely possible to misjudge these situations, isn't it? Later, you went to speak with the maid again, which is curious. Why did you decide to visit the kitchen? To make sure my family was treating her well. That was true. I did ask her how my family has been treating. I had some concern about the way she was being treated. My family has been hard on the new staff sometimes. This seems like a good reason. I love how he says, like, his statements just out loud, like, this seems completely natural. That seems a bit suspicious. I understand the two of you spoke about your father and his temper. Yes, I wanted to be sure that he wasn't abusing her. I had some concerns, but she set my mind at ease. Yeah. My father has a vicious temper. I wanted to make sure that he wasn't making her life miserable. I see. Has he always had a temper? Yes, always. Later on, had a conversation with your mother, Gloria, in the parlor. At that time, your mother brought up the subject of your sister's health, and you seemed quite unconcerned about it. It's not in my nature to show concern. Actually, it was my mother who was unconcerned. I was tired of hearing my sister's health. Oh god, these all sound suspicious. Yeah, all my life I've been hearing about my sister's condition. It was getting rather tiresome. I see. Still, it seems a bit uncaring of you. You went to see your father in the library. I understand you had a conversation that was quite heated. Mike, of course, is an irritating man. Actually, I thought my father has always had a temper. Yes, many of our conversations go that way. Would you say that he has a violent temper? Absolutely. I see. That's good to know. You discussed the prospect of your moving back to Dunshell. You refused to do so under any circumstances, I understand. I couldn't bear any day living with my family. I have already made a life elsewhere. My father fails to accept the fact that I have made my own life now. I can't just move back here. Of course not. That's completely understandable. Let's discuss the conversation with the butler. I understand that you spoke about the new maid, Sophia. The butler seems to be very concerned about her. He told me that the new maid is a... maid. Jesus Christ. He was only concerned about what was on her dress. Told me the new maid is a bully. Is very dominating, and he's looking to force him out of a job. I believe cold and heartless were the words he used. I see. Interesting. Did you speak to your sister before dinner? Yes, I did. Was that bad? Fucking... Yes, I went to her room to see her. I see. What did you discuss with her? We discussed her illness and obsession condition. I was aware that she was going through a particular difficult time. Did she seem distressed to you? Yes, you could say that. She was not in a good place, mentally speaking. I see. Let's move on to the events that took place during dinner. Oh, God, sorry. Oh, sorry. That's terrible of me. I'm nose stuffed up. I understand that there was an argument involving the butler. He felt he was being treated unfairly. My family has always treated servants fairly. I was just trying to clear things up. Really, no, none of that. Family treats servant. Someone had to stand up for the servants around here. My family treats them like dirt. Indeed, it was good of you to do so, Mr. Bruce. Jolly good, sir. At one point, you made the accusation that the maid and your sister were in some sort of inappropriate relationship. I'm almost certain they were. I'm almost certain they were. Yeah, sure. It seems obvious enough to me. The way those two were carrying on, my parents were just oblivious to it. You believe your sister was a lesbian relationship with the maid? Of course she was. I mean, being her brother, I had nothing against that, I mean, I'm completely fine with her being a lesbian, so I wouldn't murder her, I'm just saying, Oh god, that's terrible of me to say. I'm sorry. Almost certainly. Interesting. Now, I need you to assert your location at the time of your sister's death. Where were you when you heard the maid scream? Ground floor, yeah. West Wing... West Wing, yes, absolutely. Fuck! What was the place called? Was it... No, wait, the foyer... The foyer is the main place. Storage room is where Georgie was. Library is where my father was. Or my Faja, sorry. So... Yeah, parlor. I was in the parlor. Yes, your mother mentioned you were in there with her. Yeah, for like 5 seconds. Jesus. As I said earlier, we have completed our initial search of the property. We have found a poem written by your sister which appears to clearly express romantic feelings towards the maid. Given that we found it in the maid's room, we can be sure that she has read it. Perhaps it is proof if the two of them were involved in a secret relationship that would make her a suspect. Absolutely. You should arrest her. I will certainly have more questions for her, at least. I am curious about the murder weapon. The broken glass seemed to have come from one of your sister's mirror. We found the rest of it in the maid's room. We have established that you have been... Oh, no. We have established that you have been to the servants' quarters this evening. However, we can't rule out suicide, especially given your sister's mental condition and her obsession with mirrors. It's all very interesting. I will be completely honest with you now, Mr. Bruce. While some of your behavior this evening has been quite peculiar, I can find no cause for any specific significant suspicion. God, I cannot read. I'm sorry. Also, I must regard your father as a suspect, even though the evidence is far from conclusive. I feel quite certain that the maid isn't telling me something. The possibility of suicide must be considered, although I am personally unconvinced. Now, as for what happens next, you can go for now, but I would appreciate it if you did not leave town. I may have more questions for you later. Although I think you have some more further questions for your father later. I will have some more further questions for your father later. Next, I am going to have to arrest that maid. You said you were going to ask her more questions, not arrest her. Jesus, make up your mind, mate. But it wouldn't make any sense. Like, what intention does the maid have to kill my sister? The fact that they were in a relationship, I think. I don't know. Why would the maid want to kill him? I mean, like, okay, so she wanted to get the guy out of a job. You know, George out of a job, but that doesn't explain the fact that, like, oh, I'm gonna murder this, the sister now. No, I'm gonna get all the money from the family. That wouldn't make any sense. It is possible that an inquest might return a verdict of suicide. We'll see. You just keep repeating the same crap. Temptress. Although the inspector harbored his own suspicions about you, Sophia the maid was treated as the prime suspect in the case. Aww. The evidence you have planted against her led to a trial and a swift conviction. The case caused quite a scandal in the national media, and Sophia gained a lot of unwanted celebrity in the process. She became known in the public as the... Oh, fuck. She became known in the public imagination as the killer... Chamberlain... fuck! Chambermaid. As the killer chambermaid. Yes. With no other heirs remaining, your father reversed his plans to cut you out of his will. When your parents died, you inherited everything. Dunshell House was yours, along with the fortune that came with it. However, George the butler found himself unable to continue serving in the place after what had happened. As you spend many long, sleepless nights wandering through the room of your house, you found that its emptiness was reflected within yourself. You had become hollow inside, free of everything but the nightmares that continue to haunt you. Ooh, wow. That actually sends shivers down my spine. Holy shit. And that's it! That's the deed! It seems that the deed was done. Yeah! Just see it. CSI. So that's the deed. There are many different endings. Respond back if you want to see any other endings, like, of me playing again. But, you know, again, this game is very, very little to nothing, like 60 cents. You know, go get it yourself. Many endings, play how you want. It's really fun. You know, it's a short little game. Like, it's very short, but it's still fun. I don't know what I'm gonna play next, but, you know, whatever it is, I'll see you next time.